just one of those days. I recorded half this video with my microphone all the way over here. So this is take 2 because you wouldn't have been able to hear me that well in the first one. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 strategies that you can use to skyrocket your online course business in 2022 without spending any money on ads. Now, before we get into these strategies, please like and subscribe, comment for the algorithm. This is a new channel. I'd love to grow it as fast as possible to help people like you and others. So I'd really appreciate that. Let's dive into it with strategy number 1. So strategy number 1 is to send more emails to your list. I'm not talking about building complex back-end automations, abandoned cart sequences, welcome series, so on and so on and so on. You should have that stuff in place. If you don't, you can start working on that, but I would be doing this first. You should be sending multiple emails per week to your list, ideally. A lot of people I talk to, they might be sending 1 email every 2 weeks, some 1 email a month. Some people only do it during promotions like Black Friday or product launches. You're just leaving money on the table. This is the easiest and best way to scale your business, to make more course sales. And the reason a lot of people avoid it is because they're worried about being called a spammer, or they're worried about unsubscribes. And the truth is, yes, that happens. I received an email the other day, last week. Someone called me Spammer Sam. That's my new name now. And that they're never going to buy my courses because I send too many emails. While he sent that, we had a very good sales day because we sent out an email. So yes, you are going to get people who call you a spammer. You are going to get people who unsubscribe. That's just the cost of doing business. But the benefit is you will make a lot more money from the frequency of emails. What's happening now, I think, is that so many people are sending emails that if you're not getting in someone's inbox like every other day, you're just going to fall behind. People aren't going to read every email of yours. Your open rates are going to go down anyway. You just need to send out more emails. And you shouldn't be too worried about the unsubscribe rate either, as long as you're getting new leads come in. And if you're not, that's a problem you need to solve in your business, because your business is not growing if that's the case. So send more emails, make it a habit to be, writing emails, whether it's on a daily basis. In the morning, you're spending 45 to 60 minutes writing an email, or you hire someone to do it. One other thing I would add to this is that you should be making offers in most of your emails. I'm not saying that every email should be a sales email, like a hard sell for one of your courses or products, but you should have something small in every email. So for instance, let's say we send out an email about the 5 tips for learning music production. At the end of that email, we might say, hey, if you want to fast track your learning, then we have this beginner's course. You can get 20% off for the next 48 hours. If you're doing that in most emails, you will increase your conversion rate even more. You'll increase your click rate and sales through email. Oh, man. So I put some lime in my water, and I just had like the last little sip, and it's too much. Anyway, that is strategy number 1, send more email. The second is to do more promotions, more launches, and more sales. I saw some advice years ago, 4, 5, maybe even 6 years ago, from someone who I'm not going to name, but he was an influencer in the info product course space, and he said you shouldn't discount your courses. You shouldn't discount your products. You shouldn't run sales. And the reason why is you will devalue your product. And so I was like, okay, he's smarter than me. He makes more money than me, so I'll follow his advice. Worst mistake ever. Our business exploded when we started doing sales. Like, we didn't do a Black Friday sale until 2017 or 18. And before that, we just didn't do them because I thought, well, I don't want to devalue my product because otherwise people will wait for sales to buy it. Massive mistake. You need to be doing launches, promotions, sales on the regular. Now, his point about devaluing is true, but it doesn't matter if you're getting new customers and new leads coming in. If you're on someone's list and you haven't bought from them yet, and you notice that they're doing a sale every other month, then yeah, you'll probably wait for the next sale instead of buying at full price. But if you just come into that list and you want the course or you want the product and you don't know that they're doing sales every other month, you are going to buy at full price. It doesn't matter. The thing is, people respond well to sales. They like promotions, they like launches, they like being able to get something that's scarce, whether it's 30% off a course for a week, or it's an open and closed cart or whatever. You want to be doing this. So what I recommend is that you look at the next 12 months. You look at 2022, 2023 if you're watching this then, and you plan out what you're doing every month or other month in terms of a promotion, a launch, or a sale. So for instance, it's January for us. We're launching a product at the end of the month. In Feb, we'll do a promotion. In March, we'll do another promotion. I think we might be launching something else. In April, we've got our Easter sale. In May, we'll do another promotion. In June, we'll do something else. In July, we'll do another launch of our Cohort-Based course, and so on and so on and so on. So every single month, we have something that's time-bound and scarce that we're sending to our audience. You want to be building out that marketing calendar. You want to have something going on constantly, every month or other month. So that's strategy number 2. Do more promotions, do more launches, do more sales. Figure out how to do it in a way that's systematic and that doesn't take up too much of your time. A lot of people hate doing launches. They hate doing sales because it's too much effort. They burn themselves out. You don't need to do that. You should have a system where you can set up a 30% sale across all of your courses in hours or less. So something to think about. I can make another video on that if you like, how we approach sales and how we do it in a way that's actually not that time consuming or difficult. The third strategy is partnerships. Partnerships are the best way to grow, especially if you're a newer business, especially if you don't have a huge brand or audience. Basically, it's a cheat code because you're going to someone who's in your industry or space and you're saying, let's do this together, and you're leveraging their audience, essentially. So let's say you've got a 10,000 subscriber list, and you go to someone with a 20,000 subscriber list and you say, hey, I'd love to do this. I'll split the profit with you. And they think, cool, we haven't got anything going on in March. Let's do it then. You do it. You make some money. You get some more leads, so on and so on and so forth. So partnerships are great, whether it's affiliate or it's other things or lead swaps. Do partnerships, do JVs, do affiliate stuff. And I would say with partnerships, quality over quantity. It is hard to find good partners. It is hard to find other businesses that have, good lists. We tried the quantity approach and didn't really work. So just as an example, one of the courses we launched in 2018, we had 7 or 8 affiliates on board. The top affiliate made about 20% of the total revenue from that launch, and the next affiliate down made about 3%. So, and then the rest, it was just like a couple of $100. And what we should have done is just picked that top affiliate or the second one and really worked with them to create a good affiliate strategy. So when it comes to partnerships, I don't recommend the spray and pray approach. I recommend finding a good business or a good influencer or a good person, really working with them to make it as easy as possible and convert as well as possible for their audience. You'll get a much higher return doing it that way. And if it works really well, then you just keep working with them and you say, hey, this went well, let's do it again in a few months, or let's do it at the end of the year. That is the approach I would take when it comes to partnerships. The fourth strategy, which is less of a marketing strategy and more of a general business and product strategy, is to implement cohort-based courses or build out a cohort-based version of your course. So what's going on at the moment in the industry, in my opinion, is people are starting to realize that self-paced courses for a lot of topics are not that attractive anymore, because we've got things like Udemy, where you can go to Udemy and you can pay $10 and get a great course on a specific topic, or you can hire a coach for a couple of $100 and get personalized advice. So cohort-based courses are going to become more and more popular, in my opinion, for a number of reasons. Number one, they offer a great learning experience for the student. The cohort-based course is where you sign up. It starts on the same date. Everyone starts on the same date. There's a clear outcome. There's usually group coaching involved, and it's just and there's a strong community, which is important to stress. And it's a much better experience than signing up for a course where there's no deadline, there's no real incentive to go through it. You kind of buy it and then you think, I'll get to that at some point, and you never do, and years pass by and you think about the $500 you spent on that, and you're past the refund period, so you can't get it back, and you never go through it. Whereas a cohort-based course, usually you spend a little bit more money. You're incentivized to go through it. There's a clear deadline. There's accountability. I think you should be offering this to your audience, or at least thinking about it, depending on the niche that you're in. So we are going to be doing this with EDM Prod. We've seen that there's a gap in the market for this, and so that's what we're going to do. And I think this is just a long-term trend that you want to be early to. Look at companies like Maven, who are building out a platform for cohort-based courses. Monthly is another example. I know that NAS Academy is doing it as well. Cohort-based courses are going to be the next thing. I would consider making one from scratch, or turning your existing course and making a cohort-based version of it. So if you have a course that teaches people cooking, you turn that into, here's how you can learn cooking, specific example, blah, 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 in 6 weeks alongside a bunch of other people. Here's the outcomes. We do a group coaching call like twice a week, so on and so on and so on. And the fifth strategy, which you may already be doing, is YouTube. What we've seen happen is with Facebook ads, that landscape has completely changed. People who are making money with Facebook ads 2 years ago or even a year ago, a lot of them aren't anymore. And they're having to jump to other strategies or close your business down, especially in the e-com space. So you want to be thinking, how do I build out organic marketing? Even if paid ads are working for you, you want to be building this out. If you don't have any form of SEO, or you don't have a strong social media presence, you want to be thinking about how you can do this. Now, I think the best way to do this is YouTube for multiple reasons. But if you're selling online courses, which are video, there's just a natural sort of flow from YouTube to that. If you've got 10,000 subscribers on YouTube who watch your videos, who know who you are, who know your name, who like your content, they are far more likely to buy a course from you than someone who reads an article on the web and has no idea who the author really is, hasn't ever heard him or her speak. So I think YouTube is the play. We're doubling down on YouTube this year with EDM Prod. I'm doing it for my new business and my personal brand, as you can see because you're watching this video. So that's the fifth strategy. Go in on YouTube, make it work for you. It is one of those things that takes a lot of time. Unlike all these other strategies, email promotions, launches, partnerships, cohort-based course, YouTube is the one that you should be thinking about on a long-term time horizon, like 2 years, to really get it to a point where it's going to produce amazing results. It's not something you can really hack and speed up. So just to recap, the 5 strategies are: number 1, send more email. Send multiple emails per week to your list. Make sure they're good emails, and you will see sales roll in. Number 2, build out the marketing calendar. Make sure that you're doing something every month or every other month. Promotion, launches. You got Black Friday coming up, New Year's sales, like all this kind of stuff. Have a plan for that. Systemize it so that it doesn't take a lot of effort and time, and make that the core of your strategy this year. Number 3 is partnerships. 3. Find people in your space, in your industry, whether it's influencers or other companies. Talk to them. Make plans with them. Once you find a partnership that works, double down on it. Make it better. Do it consistently. 4 is cohort-based courses. So I recommend building out a cohort-based course, thinking about it, making a cohort-based course version of an existing product of yours. This is the future. More and more people are going to want to buy cohort-based courses, want to go through them. You can charge more. The margins are still great. You don't have to do one-on-one coaching if you don't want to. And the 5th strategy is YouTube. If you're not building a YouTube channel, I think you probably should. If you don't like being on camera, then that's tough, but neither did I years ago. You can learn and you can get over that discomfort. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below if there's any strategy that you think I missed. If you think, well, if there was a 6th strategy to add to this list, what would it be in your opinion? Add it below. I would love to hear it. And also let me know if you want to expand on any of these strategies in another video. I'd be happy to do that. As always, make sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Cheers.